Now we can actually play some Counter-Strike.
Yeah, well, you got your morning punishment. Let's see what you can do against the MongolZ. And Mzinho, he was the one player really showing up for MongolZ, even in their opening loss. So excited to see what the MongolZ will bring to the table. I think they've still got enough in them to be a competitive team against this version of Team Liquid as well. So yeah, let's get into it. Inferno kicks off. Team Liquid on the T side, MongolZ on the CT side, and let's start this battle with our betting partner.
Let's get this bad boy rolling. Here we go. Team Liquid on offense. Let's see, smoke up towards middle, deny some information. There's 4 players of MongolZ here, so none of them can see anything. Don't know if Liquid's scaling up behind the smoke. Don't know if they're actually going to the B bomb site, and actually Blitz might get that information very quickly.
Well, he will get the information. He'll also receive 1 bullet.
Do they want to continue?
Yeah, that looks like it. Flash getting ready to go. Nert's going to toss it out, sending the Liquid players out long. There's the first fight. mzinho to grab it. Blitz to find the follow-up here for the MongolZ. They fall to just 3 players here for Team Liquid against the 4 remaining of MongolZ.
And the bomb's dropped. They can't go back. So everyone from MongolZ is going to be willing to fight at brackets. Liquid is going to have to fight themselves out of this situation.
Yeah, Blitz stays under the porch. Bomb loose in the open. They've got to get it back, and Blitz denying free access to it. It's costing them lives, and Team Liquid just not getting into this pistol round. A stronghold from the MongolZ, and it's Blitz involved from the beginning right to the bitter end.
Yeah, surprised that Liquid didn't call an audible or adjust or play the round a little bit slower after Blitz spotted them from the balcony, but wanted to have that cheeky pop in through the smoke. It actually might have been a very tantalizing prospect for them, thinking they can pop up and kind of have someone stuck in boiler behind that smoke with not much to do. But because it took so long to pull it off, smoke fades by the time they're actually up and attacking. So maybe mistimed, and MongolZ have a pistol.
Yeah, Team Liquid not getting close to a bomb plant there, so you're not going to get a strong force buy out in this second round. So the MongolZ could be given a chance to take a 2-0 rather comfortably. You got Techno having a look down Banana. Shue getting it cleared first. Ugh, not so clean for Techno, and he actually gets overwhelmed because he's caught in the open that. MP9 going down bottom middle. Control-wise, making sure it's well within his control in that bottom mid fight. We've got Blitz now waiting just around the corner, and this round comes to its natural conclusion as expected.
No, it's just wants one.
Yeah.
Just one shot with his deagle.
Bang.
Oh,
he gets
almost.
the shot.
Yeah, he did.
Connected.
He did get the shot off. Congratulations there.
That's the start you want if you're MongolZ, though. Best of 1 here. Pistol line conversion. Let's see how this first buy round goes down. I mean, this is the MongolZ coming off the back of getting EWC win. They obviously runners-up at the Austin Major. And it definitely felt like MongolZ are going to be a real contender for the trophy, shaping up here towards the end of the year. Just heartbreaking news for the community of CS and Asian CS in particular, seeing mzinho removed. But there is some hope that MongolZ can still perform here.
Happened right after the TWC event earlier this year.
Yeah.
mzinho was their top player. Their top performer at that event, top performer of the event overall as well, with like a 1.25 rating. Alicia has the opening kill, so a 5-on-4 for Team Liquid, and Techno wants to stay aggressive in Banana as the smoke remains up.
We got Techno going again, this time able to get away before that utility really causes him problems, before Shue goes on the peak.
I don't think Techno expects this timing though. Shue is going to be in front of this Molotov.
Oh, they're both in front.
Support is on the way, second player shifted over, he'll be smoked off. Defensive smoke goes way too deep. Liquid are knocking at this door, and they like what they're seeing. They're going to continue forward, although that second smoke might change things.
Nert's still trying to climb up and scale up onto first oranges. Techno replenishing his ammunition, getting ready for this attack, but there's a slight gap in that smoke, and Nert's is going to crack him open. Look at Shue making his way through CT, but Control-wise gets his gun out in time. Shue unable to take the kill, and Team Liquid still a player up. Low HP in the remaining MongolZ players, and Ultimate with a great shot on Blitz, putting that bomb down and forcing MongolZ to save.
Yeah, nice play from Shue. Awkward fight as he turns the corner. That's the exact fight he didn't want to have. Wanted it to be a little bit more clean, but the rest of his teammates do such a good job at the B bomb side. Off that one kill from Elysian middle early, up Banana, they feel like there's going to be a weakness, like that support player would have cheated elsewhere, and they were right. So get a long time of only one defender as they gain space, and I don't think Liquid's going to be super motivated to take this hunt. Naf will take the fight if he gets peeked into. Just a mirror match, and Naf gives it up. Doesn't want to lose the weapons, doesn't have the money to sustain that kind of a loss. They'll hunt down the rifles at a future date and time. 2-1 as Liquid get on the board. interesting test as well for this Liquid roster in the Major that has struggled to find some success. Just recently finally got settled into a position where once they've brought a Liege back in, they had to go to a string of events. Felt like they didn't have time to practice. They got that before the Major. All the conversation before Stage 2 was what an incredible boot camp they've had, and it did not show as they started 0-2, fought their way back in Stage 2. Qualified here, and now a rough start on the opening day again with a loss to Team Spirit, but trying to rectify that situation.
Yeah, I don't want to end up going 0-2. We heard Liege talking about it with Donna that it doesn't feel like it's the same story as Stage 2. It doesn't feel like you're off to the same kind of slow start.
I think it's kind of a benefit in the way they lost to Team Spirit, right? Is Donk popping off on you, so you kind of get to write it off. Like, yeah, bro, like...
Donk's having a great game. Anybody can lose to that.
Yeah, that's just a guy who's going to beat you from time to time.
Inferno was included in the maps that Liege said they've put a lot of work into and feel very prepared on.
He's back to like an old position he played like long ago in his career, which was at least in this round helping NAF clear out the halls as that secondary player.
9-10. We talked about him needing a step up with the absence of Senzu. He did land that shot on Nertz.
That's a fast flick.
It is. NAF coming out of Boiler, sees the second player, grabs the first kill.
Liege testing left side as well. Oh, the missed shot as he just spams the smoke, and Shuhei takes advantage of the situation. Liquid have broken into the B-bomb site. Blitz does get one on the cross. Liquid just have to make sure they don't lose anything else through this smoke as the bomb gets planted.
Yeah, Blitz not following up on Techno, so he's running all the way back over towards A to save over. NAF is still over here in the apartments, could punish.
Yeah, but only 8 HP from that initial battle over in Boiler. Took a dink in that kill, and he's just going to happily kind of stand pat and keep the Galil alive. So Team Liquid applying pressure towards halls, applying pressure from Boiler in the mid ramp, and then just pouncing into the B bomb site. Again, like finding that one kill elsewhere on the map, and then using that one kill to be a bit cheeky and a bit aggressive at the B bomb site and bully that lone defender. Expensive weapon op lost for the Mongols in this round. 3 M4s in hand though, and they should be okay to have a decent enough situation the next one. $1,900 losing bonus doesn't help anything, so if they force up, they'd have to drop some weapons over.
Yeah, Shuhei very much active. Plays towards the B bomb, so he's always trying to create space for Team Liquid. We've seen that over the number of rounds that we've seen on this B side already. You know, getting through the top banana smoke or pushing through the CT smoke, always trying to find the hole.
And that's one of the conversations that surrounds this Team Liquid team is Shuhei's enjoyment of those kinds of plays, of that kind of style, and how it clashes at times with Alicia's. So that's probably been one of the big issues that they've had to have a lot of conversations about. Good kill from Blitz, and with one of those 3 saved M4s, he's able to get a frag and back away, keep his team with a man advantage.
Now further damage as well here to Shuhei. He's down to 21 HP. It's Liege getting caught in the open, Flash connecting to him, and not punished though.
This is actually a disaster for Team Liquid. They lost a player, and they've been so whittled down by these peaks from the M4s. Like now you're just so weakened. All you have is this B hit, and it needs to come in before 9-10 arrives.
Another bit of damage. Not the most, though, towards ultimate. 91 health as he continues to move forward. Needs a kill, and he's got it straight away. That's a great one. Snappy towards Techno. Can he catch Blitz as well on the fountain? His teammate NAF will, though. 55 seconds, held out at 3v3. Despite being low health, Team Liquid still have a shot at this.
And they've taken 2 of the M4s out of the hands of MongolZ, so you can go for this retake, sure, but going to be very difficult to pull off with 2 USPs and just control as, although he does have a kit.
9-10 finds a rifle finally in that corner. That smoke about, a flash. About to go into the smoke. It does catch 9-10, holds him back for the time being. Here comes mzinho, his teammate controllez taking space. Another one from controllez. It's all fallen to Liege, and he just can't do much about it. His teammates fall away. The support of Liege gone, and MongolZ have controllez to thank for the retake.
Yeah, the kill from Blitz, the softening players up after the fact, going 1 for 1 on the entrance into the B bomb site. MongolZ just scraped together enough production from those 3 M4s to make it worse. Lovely retake, and you're right. Good job from controllez opening things up with the first kill when that begins in the 3v3. Such low HP players, and Liquid all caught out in the open. Liege has nothing to do. Shuhei just a tilt to the head. Tough round for Liquid. They're going to be disappointed they dropped the ball here. 1 round back.
Running down middle, good pick here for 910. Falls away behind the cover of the smoke, and MongolZ have the advantage.
Really good find, and Elijah's gonna have to sit back in his chair and watch the round play out. Shuei's gonna test the waters again. That smoke didn't go deep enough. So it's an easy kill for mzinho over the top on the edge, and once again, a 3 versus 5 for Team Liquid.
Round feels done. It's gonna take some great work from Nerds, Naf, and Ultimate to pull this one back in.
Well, it starts with a kill, and they're getting a lot of respect over at the A bomb side, especially on Rap side. Control has fallen back towards CT spawn to watch Arshes, so if they kind of march up this side, they've got space, and obviously a smoke can be a huge benefit.
Betting out the shot.
He hit that.
910 does connect it, yep. Not enough to drop Ultimate, but leaves him on 25 HP. It's going to continue moving forward. 910 trying to find the gap in the side of the smoke. There's Nerds appearing on his crosshair. 910 to fall. So there's the kill you're talking about, but it's closed immediately by Control-as. And we've still got mzinho. His rifle still waiting on the default spot. Cleans up towards short. And the MongolZ are mounting quite the CT side here.
Yeah, this is very, very nice to watch. They don't seem like they've dropped the ball too much. Good setups, good teamwork, good cohesion. Nobody getting too crazy. Nobody losing their nerve in tough situations. And timeout called from Team Liquid. Now, towards the end of Stage 2, and certainly in the series that we casted against Astralis to qualify for Stage 3, Flashy's timeouts were very, very effective. Took a timeout against Astralis. They went on like a 6-round run to close out the series. So he's able to work this team. He's got a good feel for what they're missing in various moments across these games. And I know the team has built up a lot of trust and a lot of favor for him behind them. So what has he got this time early on in the Inferno match?
That'll be further testament to his impact on the squad if we do see Team Liquid turn this around from this point onwards. Nerds and Naf how to play with pistols. Everybody else with an AK-47 available here for Team Liquid. MongolZ still favored to grab 5 rounds. Just with the weapon superiority that they've got. They're going to commit up through Banana. We've got Shuei at the half wall. Just around the corner. When does Shuei want to go? And it's right now. And Blitz was ready for it. Got his gun out in time and combined with that nade damage, slowing Shuei as he rounds the corner. Techno to follow up. And again, a 2-kill opener here from MongolZ, unanswered by Team Liquid.
Yeah, really painful the way these last 2 rounds MongolZ has been able to build off the opening kill for a second one. This is back-to-back 3 versus 5s for Team Liquid. And just such a low percentage round to win. Now you do have Nerds and Elige, and those guys can put together multi-kills very, very quickly. 3 players at this B bomb site for the MongolZ defense. Good spot from Nerds on the jumping utility. Not too much damage taken. Molotov going to dissuade him and force him back. So defense holding strong. And now you imagine MongolZ likely going to find a timing you would imagine to get aggressive. But Smoke is going to hold back Team Liquid, and they're happy with the position they're in. And now you can drop that 3rd supportive element back to the A bomb site. Control-as hustles back.
Techno just waiting in behind at the car. 30 seconds on the clock. Techno to hold down position. AK rattles out to the right side. It's going to be Nerds gone, and a sweep up from Techno as Naf also collapses. It's Elige in an impossible scenario. Now stepping out at least dying before the end of the timer. mzinho will give him that mercy at least, but the MongolZ, not much mercy going around right now. This is starting to become very worrying for Team Liquid.
Yeah, and certainly the way these last 2 rounds have played out feels like they've really lost the plot. Just 2 players dropped with really no kind of rebuttal, with no one like fighting back, with no one trading the kills. Techno has a great round, able to find that one on top of logs, and this is lovely. Ducks for the flashbang from his teammate Blitz. And a nice kill. Frustration from Ultimate and Nerds, and Liquid just cannot find any success to latch onto.
Yeah, none through Banana. Absolutely none. All of the attempted plays and fights like this have just gone easily in favor of either Blitz or Techno. Both of them having a great time on that B bomb site hold. So Team Liquid losing the opening player, nearly losing Shuei as well. 6-2 coming right up here for the MongolZ. If you do start 0-2 at this point for Team Liquid, that reverse sweep and coming back into the competition is going to be so difficult considering the level of opposition that we have here in Stage 3.
Yeah, you're exactly right. so much less forgiving than it was in stage 2. Liquid can't drop down into that. And I mean, again, it's the added thing of we talked about, like, you're 0-1 and someone tells you have a chance to play a team with a stand-in to go 1-1, and you're going to take that like any day. Will be really frustrating if they can't win this one. We heard the confidence out of Elysian in the interview with Donna before we jumped into the server. Blitz going to try and escape and get back. Good kill onto Shuhei. Stands and fights for the next one. Now doesn't want to risk anything. Easy allows controlLadder to pick things up from the mid brackets, and controlLadder has not died yet in this game. 7-0.
He's having a good time here playing for the MongolZ at the Major. Just to give you some context on that comeback from Team Liquid in stage 2. They beat MIBR, Tyloo, and then Astralis. Yeah,
and the teams they'd face off here are significantly stronger than that kind of a route back into the game. And as we saw from that stage as well, it was almost like it felt like Liquid needed some kind of like a confidence win to get them really fired up and on track and popping off. 2-6, 4 rounds back in this first half. AK's back in the hands of Team Liquid.
Gotta see some of that banana success finally going in the way of Team Liquid. 9-10. Up in the apartments with his AWP. Naf is going to be the lurker over there. Again, it's full focus for Team Liquid of trying to just get beyond that half wall. This time they have taken some space. MongolZ allowing them that corner for now, but...
I was going to say, they haven't really taken it as much as they haven't had to fight for it.
Oh,
good shot.
Yep, great shooting. It's on the swing over, catches the AWPer of the MongolZ and drops him on the rifle.
Ooh, that's an even better nade. That's way deep. That has tons of damage. Ultimate brought down to 23. Shuhei at 42. Great rebuttal from MongolZ, and Techno picks up the empty space. He can have a very, very fast flank if Liquid keep up the pace towards this A-bomb site. And Blitz is going to split this defense 2-2. It's controlLadder and mzinho inside the pit. They've got a crossfire with the bomb site, and they've got 4 attackers coming in.
Yeah, mzinho waiting in the pit. Let's see what he can do with this AK-47. Remember, he has got his teammate inside the bomb site. controlLadder yet to die! Immortal right now on Inferno, and he just goes again. controlLadder. Welcome to the MongolZ. That's the ace stepping up from the new guy.
What a freak show. Look at the spray. They all step into the bullets. They get mowed down one by one, and that's going to be so frustrating. Liquid feel like they did everything right. The spacing, the attempt at the trading, and every bullet from controlLadder goes exactly where it needs to. A miraculous hold when mzinho falls, essentially a 1 versus 4. And it's the stand-in who's rocking your world now. 5 rounds in a row for MongolZ.
Unbelievable work from him, and that has just rattled you if you're Team Liquid. Another timeout here for Flashy. They can't get into it. You kill out mzinho, you think finally we're going to take over this A-bomb site. And if you're MongolZ, you're going to be loving the fact that you've lost Senzu, sure, but the fact that you brought controlLadder in and he's performing like this at the Major, this is exactly what they needed. That is beautiful control of the AK-47.
Yeah, he's 12 and run right now, and we'll even count that 1 death as a technical death. It's to the Molotov after he gets 5 kills. I don't know if we can count it. Unreal.
Yeah, his teammates loving that, and that's going to give you some confidence if you're MongolZ. You're looking out, you're seeing him, you're stepping up 12 and 1. Here comes the attack from Team Liquid right towards controlLadder. He'll go down this time. At least not putting an end to that, but it's the rest of them needing to step up. And in fact, it's just Techno that can do anything about this at Newbox. Team Liquid, the Rush B strategy, have made it work out.
Yeah, I mean, that round win from controlLadder is just like it opens the floodgates of Team Liquid saying, all right, well, the tactical shit ain't working. Let's just get a little bit crazy. Let's get the Tech-9s out and get in their face. Full confidence on the push. And this is another round win for Team Liquid. Much needed. And it'll just barely start putting a dent in this economy that the MongolZ have built up. But a much-needed victory to stop the run, the 5 rounds in a row. Three to 7, and that's a statement from Team Liquid, probably to themselves more than anything else, that they're not done yet, that there's reason to keep believing. 2 rounds remaining in the half, and Liquid's going to try and keep this as close as possible before switching sides.
And one of the conversations around the MongolZ is, the fact that throughout the years and throughout the seasons of Counter-Strike we've had, we have watched this team make roster moves where you scratch your head. You wonder, okay, scores out of
how many more good players can there be in Mongolia?
Exactly.
Surely, how
they
many
bring
more?
another one back in. But it's a lot of the excitement around these younger players like mzinho coming in, Senzu, was like, we didn't see them before. Whereas the controllers we have seen him before. He played with Chinggis War, he's been to a major before. He played in the older version of the MongolZ. You know, he's an older player. They've brought him in, and maybe that experience, that was a great thing to bring into the team, but it's also just the fact that he's playing like this. No one could have foreseen that.
It's such an under-discussed topic of how much better you can be as an individual when you've got a really strong team around you, and I think controllers is experiencing that right now more than anything else. Coming into a team that was well-drilled, well-versed, had a strong playbook against the best teams in the world. He gets to slide in and knows that he's got so much experience surrounding him now, which seems crazy to say these MongolZ players are experienced, but they are. And he's taking advantage of the opportunity. Great flash, great retake. Techno double kill. Shuts him down, sees two more, adds a third kill, and even Ultimate struggling to get it done. Blitz comes in, and MongolZ shutting down Team Liquid everywhere on the map.
Oh, this is rough for Team Liquid.
Yeah, that was the lifeline they bought themselves, that Tech-9 rush to the V-bomb site, and now it just fails even worse. It's back to the losing ways.
And it's fizzled out here for Team Liquid in stage 3. Getting a taste of what the MongolZ can do. A team that not so long ago were #1 in the world on both the HLTV and VRS rankings. We were able to hold that for 2 weeks on the HLTV ranking, 3 weeks on the VRS. Incredible what the MongolZ were able to do in such a short amount of time. We thought they were going to take a massive step down here at the major. Controllers delivering like this. Hopefully that's a consistent factor. We're looking at 9 rounds are coming up here for the MongolZ unless Team Liquid can show us something. Shuaik to a good opener, catching mzinho in mid.
Yeah, getting this 4th round is just so critical for Team Liquid. Not just for some confidence going into the second half, but a little bit of breathing room against this MongolZ side. 5-on-4, they can't let it slip. Nertz and Ultimate to watch for any kind of a B push. Elige, Naf, and Shuhei going to start taking control of brackets. 9-10 is going to be smoked off. 3 defenders here, over a minute for Team Liquid to play with, so they got plenty of time to figure out their final play. They don't have to commit to anything. There's the smoke break, but Controllers was just naded and slowed down, so an easy target for Shuhei.
It's down into Banana. Nertz actually catches a little bit of that just as he goes beyond the car. We're looking at that top-down view of Blitz as we are ready to see if he can hold on here. 40 seconds on the clock. Utility coming in, but they're beyond it already. Team Liquid running at him. Great shot from Nertz to flick back. Looked like he was about to get caught. But Team Liquid now a 5v2. They will not let this slip. An extra round secured, at least at the end of the half.
Yeah, it should be impossible, but if you're Team Liquid, just kind of stay on notice, obviously. Dropping this round at the end of the half would just be such a silly thing to have happen, and you know they're going to come for it. Final round of the half. Techno and 9-10 going to bring the AK and AWP to bear. It's been an incredible half from the MongolZ. Everything they've needed. And even they know that this retake isn't likely. So 9-10 waits patiently to set up Techno, but this is all a Hail Mary. Desperation.
1 onto Ultimate. You need another one quickly here, as that time is ticking rapidly away from them. It's Techno on the rifle, another headshot time. Too far gone, and Elige will confirm a couple of kills at the end. Have Team Liquid done enough with securing that 4th round? Let's find out after the break. Welcome back to stage 3 of the StarLadder Major here in Budapest. We've got the MongolZ taking on Team Liquid, and right now MongolZ showing up in a big way. And surprisingly, it was controllers who delivered the highlight moment.
I know. That was the question: is who's gonna pick up the slack from mzinho not being here? And you're like, okay, controllers. Well, you answered that question. 12 kills for controllers in the first half, including that ace defending the A bomb site in a 1 versus 4.
Right.
Absolutely spectacular. Let's see what Team Liquid CT side can do. Don't have the most room in the world to make with. They bought themselves some breathing room with 4 rounds in the first half, but no silly losses, and having one of the 2 pistol rounds would go a long, long way. So Naf peeking down deep. Shui and Elige have pushed in to aggress in halls and get some information. They see and hear nothing. Nert's just stalling out and playing retake at the B bomb site. Is Liquid ever going to change this? Are they ever going to shift anyone over? If they throw utility and Nerds throws that in reaction, like MongolZ is coming through that smoke. Look at all the utility they got. They could even bait out the smoke and re-exec if they wanted to. 1 minute on the clock. Nobody from Liquid knows anything.
Well, here comes the util. And Nerds go big or go home. The MongolZ are coming out a solo player on that B bomb site. Joe Beretta's into the fight. He gets nothing. And that really should be it. Because now you've lost, you've got deep banana control if you're the MongolZ. So Liquid are going to lose at least 1 more here. And 9-10, he could even go ahead and get himself 1 extra, but Shui denies that. But controllers is the next wave of defense in this post plan. He's waiting here at the car, getting spammed. They tag him. They know he's there, but they can't deal with him until Shui spins. Controllers gets an extra kill, and that damage done to Shui. But still in this, Liquid all of a sudden. Blitz with a great shot, though, on Naf as he crosses over and puts Shui into the clutch 1v2.
Never spotted the second player as well, so Shui doesn't realize he's still back there as well. mzinho with the kill, and that's a nice pistol round for MongolZ. Nothing crazy. I think Liquid played that round way too long without information. Way too long without knowing anything, because especially when it looked like Shui and Elige were actually going to go find some intel with that 4-man stack, right? Like, they peeked into alt mid, they kind of pushed towards the end, but never actually went and grabbed the rest of the information and just kind of played it blind. The difference being, because they had that same stack that the MongolZ had in the first half, 4 players at brackets. Difference being, Blitz actually peeked, the balcony and saw Liquid kind of coming up behind the mid smoke. Liquid didn't have that information as well. So long road for a comeback. It's going to begin in round 15. Liquid choosing to save up as much money as they possibly can to go for the rifle rounds immediately.
Yeah, we got Techno rounding that corner, just getting over the top of the car and clearing out the sandbag, seeing no one from Team Liquid is close by. So space for MongolZ taken towards Banana, and they can know that and play comfortably as they gather up, put their utility in place. There is a stack here for Team Liquid. You do want them to come to the B site if you're Liquid. This is your best chance of inflicting heavy damage.
Can't remember the last time I've seen this stack do anything, except kind of die in fun ways.
Well, it's just utility makes it so difficult. Yeah,
that's what I mean. I'm like, I feel like I've seen that stack a lot over the years. It's an old school one, but what's the better solution? Nothing, no production whatsoever from 3 players at the B bomb site. Naf behind the smoke is going to go down before he even sees anyone. So 10-4. MongolZ hits double digits, and the comeback just has to start right now for Team Liquid. They need a control-as kind of a play to reinvigorate the squad, because this Counter-Strike feels flaccid, limp.
It's very limp. I think they'd be limping out of this game 0-2 on day 1 of stage 3.
And like, you might get a beneficial best of 3 tomorrow against some of the other 0-2 teams that are going to meet you down there. Passion's down there. You might have like the kind of the elimination game against some guys from the same region. But yeah, once you get past that first best of 3, it's just like, oh god, this just gets exponentially more difficult.
Yeah, you also got 3 Max in the 0-2 game right now, and that's a difficult opponent that could beat Team Liquid. So it's very scary.
At the moment, it's looking like anyone can beat Team Liquid in this stage.
Absolutely. Those 1-1 teams. So you got Falcons, Vitality, FaZe, Pain. Like, yeah, we have a big step up in competition here in stage 3 of the major. The real major has begun. 4 MAC-10s, in fact, here for MongolZ and 1 Galil for 9-10. So a bonus coming up for the T side. Again, you're leaving Nerds at B solo.
Have to burn a very early smoke. I mean, MongolZ is loving that, especially with so many MAC-10s on the board. They've got 4 of them. Oh dear, and there's 2 players without head armor, Elysian and Shuei. So yeah, I mean, they're happy to risk those MAC-10s by being very hyper-aggressive up Banana, force that early smoke out of Nerds. Now he's going to have a decision to make in the late round, especially considering in a round like this, you don't have all the utility you would have liked. MongolZ would have known that as well, considering the second round buy or lack of buy. So MongolZ using the financial circumstances of Team Liquid to their advantage. And due to the lack of a lot of utility across the board, Liquid's playing this passively, which means MongolZ get a lot of free real estate to line up a hit. Now, they don't have a lot of utility themselves, but they do have the MAC-10s.
30 seconds. That's all they've got left here as the MongolZ start to move forward. Naf is still in the pit. It's a strong position to maintain this late in the round, but he's been forced away. It's Elige on the box, gets cleared by controllers. And that MAC-10 is still going. The wrap around the back, it's 9-10 with an execution in from behind. And Team Liquid's 2 remaining players are all the way over to a CT spawn. So MongolZ into a 3v2. At least 2 players have been damaged.
Yeah, this retake, I mean, you might actually see if you can get a kill really, really quickly. There's the shot from 9-10. Lovely work. Nerds has to back away. So a couple things about this round, obviously. Is one of the big things that ends up winning this round for the MongolZ, that early pressure towards Banana that forces the smoke out of Nerds at like the minute and 20-some second mark, really, really early in the round for the solo B defender. He doesn't want to burn the smoke that early, but he has to. That forces, because he spends it early and doesn't have the ability to run the clock down as deep as he'd like, it forces Shuhei to come back and support him just in case it is a B hit far earlier than Shuhei would have liked. And that opens up a very weakened defense at the A bomb site where there's no utility, couple players are missing head armor, and then 4 MAC-10s come jumping at him around the corner. MongolZ just won this map. Like, they get so much money off of 4 MAC-10s in this round. You get the bonus money from the kills. You get upgrades to free M4s. Like, they're in such strong position and control. It's going to take some kind of miraculous stretch for Team Liquid to regain this match.
And look what they have to bring into this round where you're trying to prevent MongolZ from going up to map point.
And you're even kind of hedging your bet right now if you're Team Liquid, right? It's you have the M4 on Nerds, but otherwise it's MP9, so you're bringing in elements of danger, but you don't want to spend everything because you want to be able to fight when MongolZ hit 12. But you're kind of saying at least we're giving ourselves an opportunity to get this round started in a good place. And then if we can find ourselves in a 5-on-4 or a 4-on-3 or whatever it might be, then we can maybe win this round by moving around the map.
You got the map you wanted, or one of them you wanted Team Liquid ahead of this game as well. It's going to feel so rough. They only have 4 rounds on the board at the moment. You got Shuhei making his way down here, but as soon as that smoke clears, Shuei's caught by the AWP of 9-10. So an opening picked up just before the defensive smoke drops.
It sounded way worse than it was, though. I heard a dink on 9-10, and he's at 93 HP, so who the hell cares?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Controller's confidence, obviously, as he goes into his top mid and gets out of there before taking damage.
Yeah, realizes the situation. One playing anti-flash, one in quad underneath the balcony, so he's just saying, oh, there's a stack at brackets. I don't need to push this quite yet. 7-round lead for the MongolZ, and Liquid's going to get aggressive. Naf and Ultimate sliding up halls. There's a timing in which you could catch mzinho, but that's missed as he descends into the underpass. Good peek in mid from Elige.
Yeah, really good stuff down range. 35 seconds on the clock, and we'll see that flank from Naf. We'll see if it ends up getting anything here. He's quite quick about it.
I mean, that kind of peek down middle and the kill, it gives a lot of information over. So you could see Nerds and Elige hustling. It helps that Naf is pushed all the way through. So yeah, this round, Liquid has tons of information where they haven't in the past. And now the timing on this long wrap from Naf is going to be huge.
Yeah, he only has the MP9 though, but he's getting information. Can he do much about it? Long range MP9, nipping at their heels. Naf gets a second as he looks up Banana, and Ultimate even got a kill on the Deagle.
There we go.
Because of the low HP for Techno, can't win this round, and it's a huge round to pick up for Team Liquid at this point of the game.
Yeah, especially considering the situation, especially considering they had to hedge their bets with kind of a weakened buy when they could have forced out some rifles. So the gamble pays off for them.
Right.
They get a win, and they can get started again. Another attempt at the comeback, 5-11, just 6 rounds away. But you get to do it now with a little bit more money, with some AK-47s recovered. The AWP was unfortunately thrown. Oh, actually, I don't know if it was. Ultimates picked one up. Had to buy very, very low, so I'm assuming the AWP was, in fact, permanently tossed. 9-10's got his as well. Liquid need this win because the money for the MongolZ is gone. This is their best chance to get a foothold in this map and see if they can continue the comeback into anything meaningful.
Yeah, the problem with Liquid is that on Inferno they haven't been able to get any consistent success and string rounds together. They've had
Oh, Blitz is
moments, but Blitz actually got out of the fire, protected there in the corner.
Yeah, had to use a smoke though.
Well, he didn't. He
didn't have to, but he did use it.
Threw it
Yeah.
out, thought he did.
Three defenders here. Naf and Ultimate over at the A bomb site.
Now, he asked for a better game from 910. He did provide.
He is providing.
Let's see another wall. Okay. I kind of screwed him there.
Yeah, you in like 5 different ways you screwed him, I think.
Sorry, 910. Well, Techno goes into the open and doesn't react to the second peak. He goes down quite quickly, and it's Ultimate and Naf starting to show up. So Blitz left in mid. Well, that's the round you needed. And you have 4 players stay up for Team Liquid.
Yeah, which is important, obviously. Ultimate's going to be able to build some money as the Opera. Nerds is going to have to rebuy, but he's got cash in the bank, so no big deal. Great round from Team Liquid. Not out of the fight just yet. Extended save for Blitz with 27 HP, or 21, excuse me. And yeah, next round won't be any kind of an investment from the MongolZ. 2-round losing bonus going to be built up. Actually, excuse me, they might actually buy next round with the losing bonus where it's at right now. They might just go for it, knowing it's a double save. Blitz has enough utility to make some things work. But Liquid are up to 6. And that was one thing I think, you know, Naf mentioned in an interview. Elige kind of talked about it towards the end of stage 2. That Tai Lu game was one game that was specifically highlighted as one that showed them that they've got the grit and tenacity to come back. And this is where if you're Team Liquid and if you're flashy, you're hoping the team and you try and kind of angle the team and talk to the team and take timeouts to discuss, making them focus on the improvements that were made in that stage 2 to recall that kind of determination and grit and tenacity that brought you back from the 0-2 hole during stage 2, from some of the tough overtimes you played, some of the tough comebacks you had to execute to qualify through to this stage. This is where all that can come back and be of benefit to Team Liquid. MongolZ don't buy, sitting around 2,000. So Blitz will be the sole rifle they have here.
Go for that tap is Blitz. Long-winded spray. Still doesn't come away with Shuei. There's the swing for Nerds to deny Blitz. Shuei very lucky to be alive here on 5 HP.
Yeah, that's a lot of spam. Now he's got to back away, play it super passive. Might want to get boosted up and trade positions with Elige. M4 is passed over to another player, so Controlas is going to have a crack at it. It'll be Elige boosted up. Low HP Shuei rotates back to the A bomb site to join up with Naf and Ultimate. He'll probably just park himself either in the pit or inside the bomb site. It's going to be a B play to end things.
There's the charge into the site. Controla is going to go fighting Elige, and that AK doing some work here. Nerds is down as well, and not like this Team Liquid. Surely you don't fall to map point like this.
Yeah, this is very recoverable, though. 3-on-3. Only issue is Shuhei's low health. He's probably crying. He swaps out for the op because he'll want to save that if they can't crack in with Naf and Ultimate.
Well, they still got Controlas on the rifle. We've seen what he's capable of in that first half. There's mzinho out into the peak. It's Techno going for the swing in the P250. Naf now alone. 1v2 as he comes back into this. Searching around the bomb site. Where have they gotten off to? The MongolZ going to grab themselves map point. They had a single AK into this round. But it's even the little guns that get the impact, and Naf has to try and run away. He'll take his kill on Controlas on the way out, but it doesn't matter. The MongolZ are up to map point here on Inferno, and Team Liquid staring down the barrel of an 0-2 start on day 1 of stage 3.
Oh, it's so devastating. Just unreal that they're losing that kind of a round. Team Liquid's got to be so bummed. Mood and time to teat speak. You can understand the timeout because I bet nobody's talking right now. Controlas had that ace. That might be the most important kill he got in this game. That's a huge frag to step into the Molotov, take down Elige, the high HP player. That's also why I kind of mentioned boosting Shuei up with the 5 HP, right? Keep him in that perch. They kind of aggressed towards the B bomb site. They wanted to park him elsewhere. They thought MongolZ was going to go somewhere else. Man, that is a rough loss to take. In Team Liquid, that might just seal your fate as 0-2 on day 1.
Yeah. This is incredibly rough for Team Liquid to have to suffer. We were talking about Flashy as a Hungarian sitting there behind them, obviously fighting his way into stage 3, having to do it the difficult way, winning all those best of 3s, reverse sweeping from stage 2 into stage 3. once again, you're going to be 0-2 and dreams of the playoff for Liquid. We're always far away, but never have they been further. This is feeling very rough in stage 3 at the moment. We've got Elige up on top of the half wall into the peak. It's Nerds with a good double. Blitz and Techno, both gone. So a decent start here for Team Liquid.
Good utility damage, chunking a couple players down, softening up for later. Naf has been spotted. Controlla is gonna try and hunt for this fight.
Oh.
Naf over the top.
All right, so MongolZ win that previous round. It looks like they're not going to finish on a strong T side. They're going to limp over the line, but you'd imagine they're still going to do it, just with how many rounds they have available. How many Liquid players can they bring down with them here in this 2v5? Only Naf really has a lot of money built up. Everyone else is still trying to recover. And Team Liquid realized that situation, so they're just sitting back, not offering up any fights.
Yeah, they really, I mean, money's one thing, but I mean, just like the previous round played out, they don't want to give any kills over that make this much more doable. So MongolZ going to save again. We're going to run back a similar round to what we just had where Blitz had the hero AK-47, except this time, 910 and mzinho both going to have a rifle to bring into the next round. No bonus money for them. Blitz Control as Techno will see what they scrape together, but we've already seen MongolZ win one round like this with a weaker buy. 7-12.
Counter-terrorists win.
I mean, the Liquid defense looks decent enough. It's obviously the hiccup, the stubbing your toe against the AK and 4 saved pistols. It's the first half being so flat that you didn't get a whole lot of rounds on the board to sustain that many mistakes. It's losing both pistol rounds in this game. They've had a lot of the things that you want in these best of ones go against them.
Well, let's see what these 2 AK-47s can do with 2 Tech 9s and a Mach 10, as you mentioned. They have one with less already. Blitz willing to challenge up through Banana, but really it's the main thrust of the attack through the apartments, out the balcony.
Naf's got util.
Yep, he gets caught. Hands busy. Let's see if he goes down. Techno running in. Great space taken in the bomb site. mzinho trying to follow up on it. 910's AK also chiming in. There's the gap. Controlla dropping ultimate. Nerds sprinting back, and we've got a 2v2.
Yeah, they might have done it again. Bombs being planted by 910. Good smoke. Ooh, they're going to step in front of it. Shuei's already in.
Yeah, racing into the bomb site over the top of the smoke. Comes away with Blitz. It's 910 up for the clutch, and he just can't do it. Shuei takes matters into his own hands. Doesn't necessarily even wait for his teammate. Just throws himself, sees the opportunity over the top of the smoke, and he keeps Team Liquid going.
But look how dangerous MongolZ is with so many different kinds of buys. Like just, you know, 2 AK-47s, fill it out with some Tech 9s and a Mach 10 and make things awkward. So catching a really nice timing with the understanding that Liquid's been playing this 3B start, so finding the perfect hit to make the defense really, really sweat. Naf can't get much done. Good kills from Elige at range, but it's Shuei who really kind of saves the day, or at least makes this retake much easier than it otherwise could have been. Blitz and 910 down at the end.
Good job, guys.
And Elige's loving it. 8-12, Liquid 4 rounds back, and finally somewhat of a reprieve.
Oh yeah, this is starting to look doable for Team Liquid. Not easy by any means, and certainly not comfortable, but doable. In a round like this, you really shouldn't be taking many casualties if you're Team Liquid.
Well, I mean, I say it's a little bit of a reprieve. I don't think there's any such thing as a reprieve when your opponent's at 12, but obviously just the knowledge that you're going up against some weaker buys is great. Although, again, they've won one of these buys and made another one extremely dangerous, so it's not like you can just sit back and assume this is going to be an easy victory if you're Team Liquid. Four flashbangs and a smoke for MongolZ in this round. Wanting to burn some counter utility from the B bomb site defenders.
Here goes the swing from Nerds. Gonna line him up and mow one down. That's it, really. You got Shuei next in line. He's done well to get a kill and obviously keeping things pretty clean until Blitz arrives with the deagle. Blasts his head right off. Ultimate trying to slow things down, but he's been smoked out as well.
Yeah, he slowed him down for Elige on the flank, though. It's the AWPer. He's not going to get aggressive. It's Elige who's going to be the one to push forward as that smoke fades, see what he gets.
But 2 AKs, Jason, and a bomb plant.
I think it's the manpower to watch the flank is the hard part. Blitz has a really tough job to manage Elige's flank.
Yeah, and Elige, let's see the timing on this. Can Blitz get it done? If he does, well, we really have got a round on our hands, and MongolZ could close it here and now. Blitz waits. Elige creeps. Patience, will it pay off? Blitz, they cross right by. Elige is already up. Oh my God, he pulls the knife, and then Blitz goes down. It's real awkward, and Elige is just laughing as he looks down the line. Oh, he got away with one there, he knows it.
That's a hard spot to clear, isn't it, when someone just plays that ratty little angle behind the boards, especially when you're in the flank. You don't want to spam it because you don't want to give up the position. You have to worry about like 4 different off angles as you turn that corner. Man, an awkward interaction between the two players, both of them with a similar idea.
You see Mara there out of habit, going for the timeout. The referee's calling him out. He's out. Well, he's getting it regardless. But he needs it here for the MongolZ.
Well, they had 6 chances to close out the map. 3 of them have gone to waste. 3 in a row for Team Liquid on the CT side. 3 more remain for Liquid to force overtime.
All right, you've got what you want. You've got the AKs out on everybody, an AWP for 9-10 again. You think about some of the rounds that you've had that 9-10 off. He's been setting up towards top banana, trying to search for that pick towards B. Be intrigued how he decides to open up the round here. He hasn't got the best spawn. We'll see how MongolZ want to close out this map. We start with 3B here for Team Liquid. One of them ultimate with the AWP. Off onto the corner, and that's going to be ultimate having to retreat further and further back into the B bomb site.
Yeah, and still 3 defenders at this B bomb site, so they need a little bit of information so they can hustle Shuhei back to the other side of the map. It's Naf and Elige to defend A for the moment. Do they want to keep ultimate here, set up with the AWP, paired up with Nerds? Indeed they do. Techno going to challenge against the AWP. Information known for ultimate, 1 player was on the boards. But the attention is coming in towards Rap side. Shuhei to defend.
Yeah, there's Blitz just charging him down. Shuhei gets carved out of the archway. Nerds coming in behind. Blitz had already got deeper and deeper towards CT spawn. Nerds is caught. Elige having to step up from Library. Silences Blitz. Can he get control as well? The answer to that is no. It falls to ultimate inside of Banana. And the MongolZ have broken through. It will be Team Liquid starting stage 3, 0-2 down after the first day of play. It is very, very difficult to see a world in which Team Liquid are going to be able to recover this. But the MongolZ with a huge...
Ended on a knife.
No way you're going to do it to them like
Fair
this.
play. Get it done, baby.
Oh, hunting ultimate down all the way. And Techno closes it with style. Individual heroics in that first half from the MongolZ. And then the game fell into that control easy.
Oh, yeah. Well, speaking of control, Control-Ez has a great performance. The ace inside the bomb site is absolutely mental. Impactful kills and critical rounds as well. MongolZ yet again. They've gone back one more time to the home country where nobody knew they were going to have a plethora of